We are officially in our 8th grade module stuff, so you guys are at that advanced level now. Okay, this is lesson 1. We're going to be working on exponential notation. So we're going to be explaining what it means for a number to be raised to a power and how to represent repeated multiplication. Okay, so you guys just went through and worked on trying to figure out what this abbreviated repeated multiplication would look like. And then now I'm going to give you guys a couple examples so that you can do a little bit of practice. Okay, so here I have written down 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. And this is where that repeated multiplication comes in. This is just like repeated addition, right? We found out repeated addition means multiplication, and now we're going to look at what repeated multiplication is. Repeated multiplication is exponents. And then exponents are just a bunch of rules. And so this rule is telling us that to write an abbreviated form of this, we're going to take the number that they gave us, our base, which is 5. So this is our base. And then our exponent goes up here. And our exponent is the amount of times we have to multiply it. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So this rule tells us that we're multiplying our base of 5 6 times. And so that's how I would write it as an abbreviated term. 5 to the 6th power. So we have another one. What about if we have a fraction? Well, it's going to stay the same. My base is my fraction, 9 sevenths. I'm going to put that in parentheses because it's a fraction. It has to be in parentheses so that we know to keep it together. Okay, and then my exponent. 1, 2, 3, 4. I multiply it 4 times. So I have 9 over 7 to the 4th. What if I have my exponent written out and I need to write my repeated multiplication? Well, I know my base. So this is my base. And this is my exponent. I know that I'm multiplying my base however many times my exponent tells me to. So my base is negative 4 elevenths. And I'm going to expand that, and I'm going to multiply it and write it out 4 times. Or 3 times, sorry. I write it 3 times because my exponent is 3. Okay, one more. Now, negative 2 to the 6th. Okay, this one, you guys, it's super important that when you have negatives, just like I did here, you must keep it in the parentheses. If it's not in a parenthesis, it turns out to be completely different. If it wasn't in a parenthesis, I would take 2 to the 6th, do that, and then apply my negative sign. But that's going to leave you with a different answer than if you do negative 2 to the 6th power. So make sure you are writing those parentheses. So if I needed to write this one out, my base is negative 2. My exponent is 6. So I write negative 2, and I multiply it 6 times. Oops, sorry. Negative 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 times negative 2, 5 times negative 2. Okay, so go ahead and practice that, and then I will be back for another example.